Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Guys, please switch off your mobile, otherwise keep mobiles into silent mode, please. Yes, guys. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Am I audible online and offline? Both. Yes, good evening. Right. Good evening, Deepthi Rekha. Right, guys. Okay, good evening. So, can we start? Huh? So, you are looking for what? Why you are attending the session today now, 4 p.m.? What kind of session it is? Huh? Little bit loud. Linux, right? So we are discussing about Linux, right? Why, guys? Why we need to discuss about Linux? Yes, guys. Who's doing AWS and DevOps, for them this is free because of that reason, right? It's not like this, guys. Most of the people, so in IT industry, they're using Linux operating system as a platform, right? So because of that reason, we are learning Linux, especially who's doing AWS, DevOps and data science. For them, Linux is important. It's not like this, other people's it's not important. So few organizations, even developers also, they need to learn Linux. That much of demand will have nowadays, right? Okay. Linux very powerful and then lightweight and then very good, super. Okay, Shenmai. Okay, very good. So clear. So yes, you can. So guys, course duration 30 to 35 days will have. Okay, course duration 30 to 35 days, and every day 1.5 hour will have. Today demo, because of that reason, it's a little bit late. From tomorrow onwards, exactly, I'm going to start from 4:10, before 4:10, right? Okay, right. So every day 1.5 hour, 4 to 5:30 session will have, right? And 30 to 35 days. Okay, guys. First of all, this is basic Linux. This is not admin course. This is basic Linux. Basic Linux we are going to discuss 30 days. So assume that what kind of basic Linux we are discussing. Got it? So basic means more than basic. Apart from server and client concept, almost we are going to discuss everything. Apart from server and client concepts, right? So we are going to discuss almost everything, right, guys? So I'll show you course content. Then according to course content, we'll start the session. Got it, guys? So total 21 chapters we'll have in our course. It will take 30 days, 30 to 35 days, right? So this is a basic Linux course content. Guys, I'm not going to waste the time of explaining the course content. I will start first chapter because basic first chapter only, right? What is Linux? What is Windows? What is the difference between Windows and Linux? Why people they're migrating from Windows to Linux, and those all stuff we'll discuss. Okay. So guys, coming to first chapter, history of operating systems. History of operating system. So Unix history, Linux history. What is the difference between Windows and Linux? Why most of the people that are migrating from Windows to Linux, and those all stuff we'll discuss here. Okay. So type of operating system, how many types of operating systems will have, what kind of operating systems we need to use into real-time environment, and those all stuff we'll discuss. And architecture of Unix and architecture of Unix. So based on Unix architecture, Linux machines also it will work. So what is a Unix and Linux architecture we'll discuss, right? Then maybe tomorrow we are going to discuss, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are going to discuss. So how to install the operating system, but it's not that much of important. But as an administrator, so we need to justify. So we should know how to install the operating system. Yes, no. So nowadays we'll have cloud infrastructures and right. So nowadays we'll have cloud, and then nowadays we'll have data center. With the help of cloud and then with the help of data center, people they are working. So no need to bother about installation. But as an administrator, we should know how to install the operating system. Then only we'll have some clarity. Got it, guys? So maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we'll discuss how to install the operating system into virtual machines, how to create the virtual machines, what kind of virtualization applications we'll have, and those all stuff we'll discuss tomorrow, right? And so guys, third chapter, it's a very, very important chapter. Third chapter, this is a very, very important chapter, file system hierarchy. So 20 to 30% Linux, it depends upon file system hierarchy only. Got it, guys? 20% Linux depends upon file system hierarchy. This is a very, very important chapter. Don't miss this. Guys, first of all, clearly I'm saying, so really who have the interest to learn Linux, don't miss the sessions. So guys, definitely after completing this course, you are going to get the good knowledge. This is my assurity. But you need to do what I'm trying to giving the everyday task, means what we are trying to discussing every day chapter wise. You need to do every day at least for 30 minutes, then only you can able to understand. Got it, guys? Compared to AWS, it's a bit tough. So in official content, the first word will have Linux is critical, but don't worry, I'll make easy for you peoples. But you should focus on it. You need to attend the session regularly, and then you should do the practical session every day. Then only it's possible easily we can able to learn the Linux. Definitely if you addict with Linux, so you'll have the good career, and as well as it's a very easy to learn. Got it, guys? Right? So third chapter is a file system hierarchy, right? It's a very, very important chapter. Don't miss. Maybe we are going to discuss day after tomorrow. Right. So then commands, basic commands, filter commands, how to identify the file type, right? And then man command, manual page, how we need to get the notes and help everything from our operating system. No need to make a note, no need to bother about the notes and those all stuff. Everything we are going to get from our operating system itself only. How we need to get the proper notes, proper manual page related to particular resource, I will teach you, don't worry. Got it, guys? And next, fifth chapter, editors, how to edit the files. Guys, without editors, you are unable to perform the task. You are unable to deploy the services. For example, we are trying to deploying few services, web services, FTP services, like the services you are trying to deploying. So you need to configure the service according to our requirement. We need to configure the services. Without editors, you are unable to configure the configuration file. You are unable to edit the configuration file, remember. Okay, so we are going to discuss about VA and VAM editor and redirector concept also. It's important for real time. Redirecting the output to the files. So we'll have few operators, Linux operators. So what kind of operators will have, how we need to redirect the output to the file, and those all stuff we are going to discuss in fifth chapter. Got it, guys? Coming to sixth chapter, soft links and hard links, how to create the shortcuts, how we need to create the backup file, and those all stuff we are going to discuss. Guys, first 6 chapters, it will take 10 days to complete. 9 to 10 days to complete first 6 chapters. From 7th chapter onwards, we'll have administrative task. Little bit administrative task we are going to perform from 7th chapter onwards, right, guys? So this is a user and group management concept. How to create the user, how we need to manage the user, how we need to manage the password properties of user, how to add the users into the group, how to manage the groups, how to manage the default settings, user login default settings, and those all stuff we are going to discuss in 7th chapter. It will take 2 days to complete. User and group management, it will take 2 days to complete, guys. Clear? Next, coming to 8 chapter sudo permissions. How to provide the super user permissions for normal user. How many types of user accounts will have, guys? Yes. Live about Linux in Windows. In Windows, how many types of users will have? Yes, guys, I need answer. I need interaction. If you're simply sitting like this, you are unable to learn. So please, it may be wrong answer, it may be right answer. I'm expecting the answer from your side. How many types of user accounts will have? Online and offline. What are they? Normal user, super user in Windows. Administrator and guest user. Okay, you are saying about Linux. I said like how many types of user accounts we'll have in Windows, right? Usually in Linux, we'll have 3 types. While we are discussing about user and group management, at the time I will tell you, don't worry. Very good, Chenmai, okay? So admin and guest user, not local user. Admin user, guest user, right? Okay, so usually administrator, he have the full access, right guys? He can able to execute anything into our operating system, but guest user doesn't have the full access, it having the restricted access. How to provide the super user access means admin access to the normal user, guest user, here we are going to discuss with the help of sudo permission, super user to permission. So different scenarios we are going to perform here. So with the help of sudo ers file. Got it, guys? Va sudo command we are going to use to provide the permissions for normal user. So normal user also, he can able to execute the root user commands with the help of sudo permissions. So that is 8th chapter, guys. Coming to 9th chapter. So coming to 9th chapter, file permission, this is also important, guys. So how to manage the permissions for files and directories and those all stuff. Apart from file permission, we are going to discuss special permissions also. Special permissions, it's a very important for interview. Got it, guys? Right. And then ACLs and default ACLs. Right? ACLs and default ACLs, both we are going to discuss. Guys, this chapter again, it's very important. It will take 2 days to complete again. So how to monitor, how to manage the operating system background process. Got it, guys? This is a very important for real time. So very in-depthly we are going to discuss about this chapter. So it will take 2 days to complete. Actually, the thing is, in this chapter, we'll have 2 chapters because of that reason. So it will take to complete 2 days. Got it, guys? How to provide the priority to the process, CPU priority, how much utilization we need to provide for a particular process. So maybe high utilization, low utilization, normal like this, we can able to high priority, low priority like this, we can able to provide those all stuff. Practically, I will show you, don't worry. Got it, guys? With the help of one diagram, process status diagram, everything I'm going to explain. So this is very important chapter. It will take 2 days to complete, 11th chapter. Got it, guys? Operating system, process management, you can say. Next, managing the services and daemons. How to manage the services. Most of the people that try to deploying the like few applications into your operating system, how we need to manage the applications. So using systemctl command. So how to manage the daemons, right, guys? How to manage the services with the help of systemctl. Systemctl is a new command they introduced to us from 7.0 onwards. So with the help of systemctl, how we need to manage the services and daemons we are going to discuss. It will take 1 day. So more than 1 day doesn't need. Guys, again, this chapter is a very important. It will take 4 days to complete. Got it, guys? Networking concept. Especially who's doing AWS and DevOps, for them, it's very important. Without networking, you are unable to become as a cloud engineer, remember. So got it, guys? Without knowing the networking, how you can able to deploy your cloud network, tell me. So here we are going to discuss very depthly about IPv4. So after completing this chapter, you're going to become as an expert level, you can able to create your own network into your virtual machines. Like this, we'll discuss here. 4 days it will take to complete. 3 days theoretical part only. 1 day practical session. 1 hour, 1.5 day will have the practical session. Got it, guys? So this is a very, very important chapter, 13 again. So 13th chapter, it will take 4 days. So without networking, it's a bit difficult to you peoples to survive in AWS as well as in DevOps. So while you're trying to creating the VPCs, virtual private cloud, so without networking, without CIDR block, it's a bit difficult to you peoples to deploy the cloud, virtual private clouds. Got it, guys? Right. So coming to here, SSH. This is also very, very important, especially who's doing AWS and DevOps. SSH. Okay. Got it, guys. So shell scripting also, give me some time, Monica. Okay. I'll tell you. Okay. So basic shell scripting we are going to discuss for 2 to 3 days, 2 days. Got it, guys? So here SSH also, it's a very, very important, how to access the Linux remote machines into our machine. So don't worry, while we are discussing about SSH, very clear information I will provide you how we need to access the remote machine through network. We are going to deploy our own network, guys. I'm not going to use any cloud environment here. I'm going to use my own environment into my laptop, right? So I'll establish the one network between two different virtual machines. With the help of that network, we are going to perform those tasks, SSH tasks. So why I'm using my own virtual machine in the sense, because you need to understand exactly how we need to deploy the network. In cloud, we'll have ready-made, guys, ready-made, plug and play everything, right? But here, everything we need to deploy. So if you know how we need to deploy manually, easily you can able to manage the cloud. It's not a big deal. Like this, we are going to discuss here. Networking concept. After completing the networking, SSH, how to access the, what is private key, what is public key, what is putty. So usually how we need to access the remote Linux machine into our machine through network, without password, with password, everything we are going to discuss. So coming to here, archiving. Archiving means how to compress the files, how to archive the files, how we need to transfer the files from one machine to another machine through network. In our own network, we are going to deploy those all stuff. We are going to create our own network and we are going to deploy, we are going to perform those all the tasks into our network. I hope you got it, guys, right? So archiving, how to archive the files using tar command, how we need to transfer the files from one machine to another machine through network using few commands called SCP, SFTP. Actually, it's not FTP, SFTP, and then rsync. Clear, guys? Right. And how to install the packages. For example, you need to install few softwares into your Linux operating system. You'll have the CLI mode. Then how you can able to install with the help of few commands. What kind of commands we are going to use here? RPM and M command we are going to use. With the help of RPM and M, how we need to install the packages we are going to discuss. And one more thing, how to create the local repositories also I will teach you. Without local repositories, you are unable to install the packages with M command. By default, in your EC2 instance, you'll have the repositories, guys. But here, without subscription, 90% practical sessions we can do into our operating system, remember. 90%. Clear, guys? How? With our repositories. How to create our local M repositories. Guys, those all, it's very, very important for exam, certification. Without creating the local repository, you are unable to get the exam paper, remember. Without breaking the root user's password, you are unable to start the exam. Certification. Got it, guys? Next. So this is disk management concept. How to create the mount points, how we need to divide the partitions, swap partition, how to create the swap partition, right? And then LVMs, those all stuff we'll discuss. Those 3 chapters, it will take 3 days to complete. And this is very, very important chapter again, 20th chapter. So operating system boot process, how to break the root password, how we need to monitor the operating system boot process. So definitely people, they will ask one question from boot process, guys, in interview. So operating system boot process also, it's a very, very important. And finally, we are going to discuss about basic bash scripting. Don't worry, I'm saying basic bash scripting. Definitely, it's very worthwhile for you. Compared to official syllabus, we are teaching more. How to create the multiple users, how we need to take the database backup, how to take the database backup, everything, those, all the programs I will teach you, don't worry. But at present, it's not right time to discuss scripting. First of all, we need to complete. So those 20 chapters. Got it, guys? This is a course content. 21 chapters will have, right? Total 30 to 35 days it will take to complete. Every day we are going to start from 4 and we are going to end the session 5:30. 1.5 hours every day will have. Got it, guys? Clear? Can we? Right. Can we start? Good. Don't worry. I'll share this course content. No need to bother about the course content, right? So management, they will provide you. If you want, you can try to communicate to the management. They're going to provide the course content. No need to bother. Got it, guys? Right. So can we start without wasting the time? We'll start first chapter now. Right? Okay. So I'll ask you general questions. General knowledge, you can say, okay? How much you'll have the general knowledge in computer, just I'm going to test, okay? Very silly questions I'll ask now. What is computer, guys? What is computer? Yes, guys. Computer, what is computer? You have laptop, right? Huh? So means that is computer only, na? Very good. Who's that guy? Monica. Very good. Computer is electronic device, that's it. Like how we'll have the AC, television, and then refrigerator, like the same way we'll have computer, that's it. It will work with DC power supply. Computer is an electronic device. Very good, Monica. Very good, right? Communication means what kind of communication? Mission helps to reduce human effort. Okay, I think those all Google examples. Okay, right, guys? So in general way, you can say, right? So like Three Idiots. We'll have Three Idiots movie, right? Then so they're going to do everything effortless, right? Like that only we are going to learn Linux. First, I will teach you in human terminology, then I'll convert into the technical terminology, then you can able to understand very easily. Because we'll have most of the people, they're not belongs to IT, right? They're from non-IT. Yes, no. Right? Very good. Super Kumar. Okay. Very good. No issues. Okay. Just I'm kidding, man. Don't take serious. Okay. Anubhav Kumar, right? Right. Okay, guys. Computer is a electronic device. Exactly what it will do. What it will do, guys. Okay. We know computer is an electronic device. It will work with DC power supply. That's it, no? So it will work with DC power supply. Exactly what it will do. Why you are going to use the computer? For watching the movies, right? Huh? No. Yes, guys. Exactly computer, what it will do. Simple, man. It will take input through input device. It will process and it gives the output through output devices. That's it. Computer is an electronic device. It will take input through input device. It will, excuse me, guys. It will process and it will give the output through output devices, like our sugarcane machine. Yes, no. So if you put the sugarcane into the sugarcane machine, finally you're going to get the one output called sugarcane juice. Like the same way. So whatever if you want, you can give. It may be wrong commands, it may be right commands, it may be whatever it if you want, you can give. It will take. What it is going to do, it is going to process. Finally, it will provide the output. If you're executing proper commands, you're going to get the proper output. If you're executing wrong command, you're going to get the error. I hope you're clear, guys. Yes, no. Computer is an electronic device. It will take the input through input device. It will process and it gives the output through output devices. So I hope you're clear. Okay, assume this, we purchased one brand new computer, guys. Okay, but this computer doesn't have the operating system. Got it? So this computer, it doesn't have the operating system, right? So can we able to interact with that hardware components without operating system? It's possible, guys? No, right? So next question, what is an operating system? That's it now. We are discussing about operating system only. Linux as an operating system, right? It's a one platform, right? So what is an operating system, guys? It's a software. Software is a different, right? Software means, for example, VLC media player, that is one software. Uh, Antivirus application, that is one software, right? So can we say software? No, right? So what is operating system exactly? Very good. Okay. Sunny Dinit, right? Something. Right. Okay. Uh, Operating system is an interface, guys. That's it. Operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components, right? Operating system is an interface between user means we only, user and computer hardware components, user and computer hardware. Maybe few peoples, you know those all stuff. So who's belongs to non-IT for them, I'm saying. Okay, who know, it's good. Who don't know, it's very good. Got it, guys? Clear, guys? Okay. So what is a computer? Sorry, what is an operating system? Operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components. Simple. No need to bother about Google, and it is set of instructions, it having something, those all doesn't need at present. Okay, just remember what is operating system. Operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components. That's it. Okay, so for example, so this is one computer, right? This is our PC, guys, our personal computer, right? And so user, he's trying to interacting with us hardware components, right, guys? So assume this is one computer. It may be laptop, it may be desktop, whatever it may be. It may be your virtual machine also, right? So let's see here. And this guy is a user. This guy is a user. Okay. You need, so this guy is a user. He's looking like user, guys. Right. So this is a user. This guy is trying to interacting with hardware components. For example, assume this, you purchase one brand new machine, brand new computer. So in that computer, it doesn't have the operating system. So can we able to interact, guys? No, right? So he's trying to interacting to hardware components with the help of, can we able to interact, guys? User, he's unable to interact to hardware components directly because he doesn't know the hardware language, right? We need one interface that is called operating system. It may be any operating system. It may be Linux operating system. It may be Windows. It may be Mac. It may be Chrome, whatever it may be. Android, whatever it may be. We need one interface to interact with the hardware components. Otherwise, it's not possible. Right, guys? Yes, no. Right. And not only it's an interface, it's a translator also. So computer knows which language, guys? Very good, super. So computer know binary language, bits, zeros and ones, right? We can say bits, right? Human knows which language? Human English, human language only, right? You can say high level language. English, Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi, Oriya, those all human languages. We have a number of the languages in India. So those all human language. So in our technical terms, what we need to call binary languages are low level languages. Right, guys? Human language is a high level language. It may be English, it may be Hindi, whatever it may be, right? Those are high level language. So human is unable to understand the binary language, and mission, it's unable to understand the human language. Got it, guys? Thus hardware components, they're unable to understand the high level language. This operating system, what it will do in the sense, it will translate from human language to mission language and mission language to human language, vice versa. We are providing the input to the system, okay, in human language, example English. It will convert into the binary, and processor, it will process those binary, and then it will provide the output into the human language. I hope you got it, guys. So computer is operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components, as well as it's a translator. It will translating from human language to mission language to human language, vice versa. This is second point. First point is an interface. Second point, it's a translator. Third point, you can say it's a platform. Platform means it's not our bus platform and railway platform, okay? So platform means we can able to install the multiple softwares on top of the operating system. I hope you got it, guys. Clear? So simple. Those 3 points is enough, guys. What is operating system? Operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components. Second point, it's a translator. It will translate human language to mission language and mission language to human language, vice versa. And third point, it's a platform. We can able to deploy, we can able to install multiple softwares on top of the platform. Application, you can say, instead of software. We can able to deploy multiple applications on top of the platform. Simple, that's it. I hope you got it. Yes, no? Right, very good. Next. So coming to operating systems, we'll have different types of operating systems, guys. Okay, how many types of operating systems we'll have? We'll have DOS, Windows, Linux, right? Unix, Mac, like this, different types of operating systems will have, right? So let's see here. So what is the difference between Windows and those all stuff we'll discuss now, right? So guys, in very initial days, usually people, they're going to use MS-DOS. Do you know about MS-DOS, guys? So MS-DOS having single user, single tasking concept. It don't support multi-user multitasking. This is one drawback in MS-DOS. And as well as it's a CLI operating system. CLI stands for Command Line Interface Operating System. Everything we need to interact with the help of commands. Okay. So very initial days, like people usually, while they're introducing at the time, Microsoft people, they introduced to us a Microsoft DOS operating system. Right. Okay, so CLI full form, Command Line Interface Operating System, right? Okay, so MS-DOS means Microsoft. So who providing for this operating, who's provider? Microsoft people, they are providing for us this operating system. It having some drawback, guys. It doesn't have the multi-user multitasking concept, and as well as this is a CLI. So most of the people, so to learn the commands, they're going to feel difficult. So because of that reason, no one they're going to bother about this MS task. So because of that reason, Microsoft people, they provided this operating system for us as a free of cost. No need to purchase, it's free operating system. It's a free operating system. Got it, guys? No need to purchase, just you can download, then you can install, then you can enjoy that set. We'll have a black screen. So we are going to get one prompt, and then only one user he can able to log in. Then only we can able to perform only one task. So this is not that much of like worthable. And that to Microsoft people, they're providing this operating system for us as a free. Then how Microsoft people, they can able to generate the revenue if they're providing their product as a free of cost? Yes, guys. So usually they need to introduce one more product, right? Simple. Coming to Naresh IT, they're providing Linux class for free for whom? Who's doing AWS and DevOps and data science? Yes, no. So Linux class for free for AWS, who's doing data science, who's doing DevOps. For them, this is absolutely free, right? And then how they're generating the revenue on AWS? They introduce one product called AWS. They introduce one product called DevOps. They introduce one product called data science. They are depending on those three courses to generate the revenue. Like the same way, Microsoft people, they introduce to us Microsoft Windows operating system. This is not a free operating system, remember. We need to purchase per server, per client licenses from Windows. Got it, guys? So Microsoft Windows is a GUI operating system. GUI full form, graphical user interface operating system. So it's a user-friendly operating system. You can say this is a user-friendly operating system. So because of GUI mode, so we'll have icons, and with the help of mouse cursor, we are going to perform our task. So even like if you know read and write, those peoples also, they can able to manage this operating system. So nowadays, small kids, right? Second standard, third standard kids, they're doing online classes. How they're doing online classes? With the help of MS Windows, Microsoft Windows, user friendly, simple, man. So you need to watch the movie. Are you going to join any course for watching the movies in Naresh IT? It's really required for watching the movie. So are you going to join the course, guys? You know very well how to watch the movie. You don't know about Linux and AWS and DevOps, but you know how to download the movies, from where we need to download the movies and those all stuff, how to play the movies and those all stuff, right? So that is called user friendly. I hope you got it, guys. Anybody can interact, right? So I hope you clear the difference between CLI and GUI, right? Gaddam Preeti, very good, right? Got it, guys? Okay. So anyway, we are not bothering about Microsoft, right? This class, it belongs to Linux, right? Okay. So coming to our actual session. Which one I need to repeat, Kumar, Anubhav? Which one? The difference between DOS and Windows. DOS, single user, single tasking, and DOS having CLI, command line interface, right? So if you need to interact with DOS operating system, you need to learn commands, then only we can able to interact. Most of the people that doesn't have that much of interest to learn the command to interact with the command line interface. So because of that reason, Microsoft people, they provide this operating system for free of cost, right? And then if they're providing the free product, how they can able to generate the revenue? It's a bit difficult to them. Bit difficult to them. Because of that reason, they introduced to us Microsoft Windows operating system. So Microsoft Windows, it's not a free operating system. It's not a free operating system. right? So we need to purchase per server, per client licenses from Microsoft, then only we can able to use, right? And that too, this is a GUI. So GUI stands for graphical user interface. So everything, so we'll have into the graphical user interface. It's a user-friendly operating system. Easily we can able to interact with this operating system using GUI. Got it? Kumar, Anubhav Kumar. Right. So now coming to Unix. Unix is a first corporate operating system. Guys, before Unix will have Minix, Unix like this will have, no need to bother. So we'll start from Unix, okay? So Unix is a very powerful, it's a very secure operating system. And one more thing, usually in interview, who's going to bother about history, man? Because of knowledge, we are trying to learning those all stuff. In interview, people, they will ask about commands and they will ask about tasks. Okay. History you are going to get from Google. It's not a big deal. But in my style, I will teach. So please focus on it, right? Okay. MS DOS and Linux both are similar. Who said? Huh? I didn't say it, right? Chinmay, please listen first of all, and then you can able to understand finally after completing the session. Okay. Both, if you having CLI means it's not like this, both are same. CLI interface will have that set. Got it. That is a different story. Let it complete, then you can able to understand. Let it complete this entire concept, then you are going to get clear. Chinmay, right? Right. Okay. So guys, Unix is a first corporate operating system. It's a very powerful, it's a very secure operating system. Unix is a first corporate operating system. It's a very powerful, it's a very secure. So in initial days, people they introduced to us in CLI mode. Nowadays we'll have bit GUI, not much more. Right, guys? So Unix is a first corporate. What is corporate operating system, guys? Corporate means we are all corporate employees if you get the job in IT, right? If you people you got a job into IT, maybe so you're going to become as a corporate employee, right? Corporate means in our general layman language, you can say what is corporate. Corporate sectors will have corporate hospitals, like corporate sectors coming to IT, BPO, those all corporate sectors, right? Simple man, commercial peoples. Corporate means commercial. Who's doing the huge business, those peoples are corporate peoples. Corporate hospitals like Prime, Image, those people, they're providing the quality for us. So usually if you go to normal hospital, they will charge 500. If you go to corporate hospital, they will charge 5,000 for fever. Yes, no. Why they're charging? Because they're providing facilities for us. Facilities, good facilities for us. So who's doing huge business? Those peoples are corporate peoples. Simply you can say commercial peoples. Unix is a first commercial operating system. Unix is a first commercial operating system. Got it? So it's a very powerful, it's a very secure. Clear? Can we say Unix is a first commercial operating system? Because it is a first corporate operating system. It's a very powerful, it's a very secure operating system, right? So coming to history of Unix, guys, Unix program, it got started from 1969 onwards. Before we'll have Unix, okay? Like this, actually, so from Unix onwards, we are trying to considering. So Unix program, it got started from 1969. They introduced to us in 1980s full-fledgedly. Okay, who introduced to us? Bell Laboratory peoples. From Bell Laboratory, AT&T team, they acquired. Got it? Actually introduced by Bell Laboratory. From Bell Laboratory, AT&T team, they acquired the Unix. Got it, guys? So nowadays, Unix belongs to whom? AT&T. AT&T team. Right, guys? Okay. So after 10 years, one guy, his name is Linux Torvald. He introduced to us Linux for us. Right, guys? So Linux having CLI and GUI, both the modes. Right? Guys, as of now, we discussed Unix is a very powerful operating system. It's a very secure operating system. Why Linux Torvald? Linux Torvalds, he introduced to us Linux for us. Guys, we are discussing Linux because of the reason I'm focusing on Linux only. Right? So, Linux Torvald is the author of Linux. Actually, Linux Torvald, he completed his graduation in 1990s. Actually, he's a very much interest to learn Unix. It's a very expensive at the time. So because of that reason, he need to do some project work for his graduation, right? So what he did, he created one revolution from 1991 onwards. He introduced to us open source operating system. Got it, guys? So Unix is a first corporate operating system. It's a very powerful, it's a very secure. So even though after 10 years, Linux Torvald, he introduced to us Linux. Now my first question is, Unix and Linux both are same or different? Both are different. Very good, super. So it's a right answer. Most of the people, they're going to say Linux is a flavor of Unix. Both are same. No, guys. Confidently, you can say Linux and Unix both are different operating system, but it belongs to one family that is called Unix like family. Got it? Linux and Unix both are different operating system. It belongs to Unix like family. Got it, guys? Okay. So Anubhav Kumar, can you hear me? Am I audible? Anubhav Kumar. Anubhav Kumar, do you have any siblings? Brothers? Do you have brother Anubhav? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Yes, guys. I think he left. Right. Okay. So simple, guys. What is your name? Vaibhav. Very good. Vaibhav, do you have brothers? No? Who having brothers, man? Huh? Raise your hand now. What is your name? Anudeep. Anudeep, how many brothers you have? So live about cousin brothers, one brother. I mean. Only one, nah? Right. Okay. So you and your brother, your name is Anudeep, right? Your brother name? Abhilash. Anudeep, Abhilash, both are brothers. Unix, Linux, both belongs to Anudeep's family. Like the same way here. Unix and Linux, both are different. Anudeep and Abhilash, both are different peoples, right? Both are not same, right? Anudeep having their own qualities. Abhilash having their own qualities. Anudeep, he like pizza, but Abhilash, he like KFC chicken. That is a different story, right? Both are different peoples, right? But both belongs to same family, that is Anudeep's family. Like the same way. Unix and Linux, both are different operating system. Both belongs to same family, that is called Unix like family. I hope you got it, guys, right? Now, what is the difference between Unix and Linux? Why, after 10 years, Linux Torvald, he introduced to us Linux for us. Yes, guys. Guys, Unix is a bit expensive. We are not going to get for this Unix operating system for free of cost, remember. Most of the people, they have the confusion, both are same Unix and Linux, and we can able to learn both. So it's not possible, guys. Don't believe someone if they try to teaching, I'm teaching Unix like that. Because they need few hardware components, then only they can able to teach. No one they're going to teach according to my knowledge, like as per my knowledge, in Amirpet, no one they will teach Unix. Right? So coming to Unix, we have different flavors in Unix. Flavors means ice cream flavors, right? Huh? So flavors means versions, right? So for example, AIX is a one flavor. Actually, they introduced to us. IBM people, AX they introduced to us. Got it, guys? IBM, they introduced to us AX flavor, right? This is Unix flavor. HP Unix. Then HP peoples, they introduced to us. Okay? Solaris, Sun Solaris, right? Like this will have the different flavors in Unix, guys. Okay. For example, assume this, we are trying to starting one startup. We are try to starting one startup, guys. We need one secure operating system to deploy the services, right? Assume this, usually we are going to think Unix is a very secure, it's a very powerful. So Unix also will have multiple flavors. Got it, guys? In Unix also will have multiple flavors, right? So coming to Unix flavors, AIX, HP Unix, Solaris, like this will have the flavors. So usually IBM is a very good brand. Okay. So we are thinking to those people, they will provide the proper operating system, secure operating system like that. And then we communicate with IBM and then we purchase the AX from IBM. Got it, guys? We purchase AX from IBM. So now this AX operating system, AIX operating system, we are trying to installing into our Lenovo laptop. Maybe we provide this for this operating system, maybe $400 like that. We purchase from IBM for $400 example. Okay, guys, it's not exact price. Okay, for example, I'm saying, okay. So for $400 we purchase and we are trying to installing this AX operating system into our Lenovo laptop. Got it. So while you're trying to installing this AX operating system into a Lenovo laptop, we are going to get one error. This operating system, it's not compatible with this hardware component. What is the meaning of that? Unix is a vendor priority operating system. So if you purchase AX, it's not enough. You need to purchase the IBM servers also. So if we having the IBM hardware components, then only we can able to install this AX operating system. Otherwise, it's not possible. So because of that reason, you can say Unix is a vendor priority operating system. So this is a drawback for few industries, small scale industries, right? It's coming to industries, three types of like we'll have small scale, medium and large scale, right? So we belongs to very small scale. We doesn't have that much of investment to invest on IBM computers. Instead of purchasing the one IBM machine, we can able to purchase 3 to 4 assemble machines, right? If you go to CTC, that's it, no? Yes, no, right. So it's a drawback for small industries. It's not a drawback for everyone. For small industries, it's a drawback, right? And to overcome this drawback, Linux Torvald, he cloned the Unix. What is that? Clone. He cloned the Unix and he introduced to us Linux. Cloning means how many of you know Fuzzy web series? हाँ, who's that guy? Hero, क्या नाम है उसका? हाँ, शाहिद कपूर, फर्जी वेब सीरीज. Do you know about Farsi web series? Huh? You are not going to forget now what is clone exactly. So what he did actually in that web series. So 100 rupees note he's going to take. He's going to clone that. He's going to recreate it that. It's not a copy, guys. Copy means Xerox. Same. How we'll have this 100 rupees note? We are going to put into the Xerox machine. We are going to get the color Xerox. That is a copy. That is a different story. Clone means same. How we'll have this 100 rupees note? Like the same way he is going to recreate it. Like the same way Linux Torvalds, he read the Unix code according to that Unix code, right? Depends on Unix code. He's generated his own code. Fuzzy. समझ गए? I hope you got it, guys. That is called clone. And if you need one more example, I'll give you. That is also movie related example only. If you okay, can we? Do you know SJ Surya? SJ Surya, guys. Kushi director, sorry. Kushi director. Pawan Kalyan Kushi will have, right? So, Spider director. In Spider villain also, I think. Villain, right? So got it, guys? Clear? So now this guy actually, that is a Tamil movie, guys. Okay. The Tamil movie got dubbed into Telugu as a businessman. It's not Mahesh Babu businessman. That is SJ Surya's businessman. Usually in Tamil we'll have some name. I didn't remember that. Okay. So assume this businessman, SJ Surya's businessman, I think. Okay. So actually he's a businessman. He's very busy with his business. He doesn't have the time to spend their family. So usually one day family members and this guy, so his feelings, oh, I doesn't have the time. I'm very busy with business. How we need to resolve this issue like that. Then he went to one hospital. Actually, it's not a hospital. It's a research center. In that research center, R&D center will have, right? So Nazar, he's a doctor. Nazar, right? And that Bahubali will have that villain's father, right? Nazar, he's a doctor. So usually he's trying to communicate with him and then he's giving one suggestion. I'm going to clone you. I'll create one more SJ Surya. Like this, he's going to pick the DNA from SJ Surya and then he's created one more SJ Surya. That is called clone. It's not a duplicate. It's not a photocopy. Cloning means he created again, recreated. So Fuzzy is a best example, guys. Who know the like Fuzzy web series? That is a best example. So Linux Torvald, he read the code, Unix code, and then he recreated one more, but he provided for us for free of cost. Open source. I hope you got it, guys. What is open source in the sense? We can able to see the source code. Okay, we can able to get the source code from internet. It's a free of cost only. He write the code, right? And then he introduced us Linux. Actually, Linux is not an operating system. Linux is a kernel. I'll tell you what is kernel while we are discussing about architecture of Unix at the time. Don't bother. Linux plus GNU. GNU is a free organization. They're providing the free softwares for us. Linux plus GNU, it became Linux GNU. Linux operating system. GNU Linux operating system. I'll tell you what is kernel and those all stuff. Don't worry. Okay. GNU not a Unix, man. GNU full form. GNU not a Unix. Okay. That is full form. Okay. So this is a free organization. So they're providing for us free softwares. So with Linux, they patch up with them and then they introduced to us GNU Linux, right? Okay, I'll tell you what is kernel and those old stuff after some time. Okay. So I hope you got it, guys. So what is the difference between Unix and Linux? Both are different operating system. Linux is a clone of Unix. Linux is a clone of Unix. So usually Minix like this will have. So finally they introduced to us Unix. So you can say Linux is a clone of Unix. Cloning means it's not a duplicate. They recreated. It's not a copy, Xerox copy. See guys, we'll have this poster here, Happy New Year poster here, right? If you're taking Xerox, that is copy. If I'm trying to making diagram again, if I'm recreating, that is clone. Got it? Right. So don't say Linux is a father of Unix, sister of Unix like that. Most of the people they're saying. So usually we need to say Linux is a clone of Unix, right? Okay. I hope you're clear, guys. The difference between Unix and Linux, right? Next. So from scratch only, totally different. Chinmay, right? We have one book, man, official book. For example, Linux official book will have. So we are trying to studying that Linux operating system related stuff. We are reading, right? We understand. And what we are doing, we are trying to creating one more book with our name, author, different author. So that is called cloning. We'll have official content, man. Okay. From official content, we are going to pick few points, important points, and then we are trying to creating one more notebook for simplification, right? Then we are providing this book for free of cost. That is called clone. Clear? We are not copying and pasting here. We are trying to recreating again. I hope you got it. Most of the people, they have some confusion here because of the reason I'm saying, right? Right. So what is the difference between Windows and Linux? Yes, guys. Why 80% people, 70 to 80% people, they migrated from Windows to Linux? Why? What is the reason behind? Hmm? Yes, guys. What is the reason behind why most of the people they're migrating from Windows to Linux? Free, okay, very good. First point, and open source, very good. Then first security, man. It's a secure than Windows, right? Secure than Windows. Lightweight, very good. Lightweight means we are not going to consider in grams and kgs, okay? Lightweight means minimalistic graphical user interface will have. Got it, guys? Easily we can able to install. Doesn't need heavy system configurations, right? Very good, Shanmai. Okay, first security. How it's secure than Windows? Are you feeling bored, guys? No, right? Good. So how it's a secured than Windows? Okay, so we have Windows Server operating systems. Okay, I'll tell you tomorrow what is server and what is clients and those all stuff, right? So assume this, we have Windows Server operating system. Okay, so Windows 2008 R2 version will have, guys. R2, the core version will have. Core means maximum we are going to get the CLI. We are going to interact with PowerShell commands. Right, guys? How many of you are doing AWS? Did you complete EC2? No, no issues. While you are launching EC2 instance, at the time in Windows, we'll have two types of operating system. One is core based, another one is base. Core based and based will have, right? So better to use base. If you're using core base, you're going to get the CLI in Windows also. If you want, you can try. Who completed EC2 for them, I'm saying, right? Okay, so assume this, we have 2008 R2 core operating system. So this is server operating system, guys, right? We are trying to deploying few services into the server operating system. For example, we are trying to deploying one web server into 2008. Okay. web server, right? So while you try to deploying the services at the time, again, it will convert into 30% GUI. Again, we'll get the next option. Got it, guys? So 30% GUI will get. So if you're having GUI more, easily smart users, they can able to interact. Yes, no. So compared to Linux, it doesn't have that much of security because we have the graphical user interface finally we are getting, and then again people that try to interacting with GUI mode. But coming to Linux, we have TUI mode, guys. Nowadays we are calling TUI is a terminology. Text user interface. Text user interface. Got it, guys? So everything we need to interact with the help of text. I'll tell you what is the difference between CLI and TUI. Don't worry. In future, we are going to discuss, don't worry. What is exactly CLI, what is TUI, and those all stuff, right? So here we are using text user interface. With the help of text user interface, we are trying to interacting. So in Linux operating system. So now compared to Windows, it's bit secure because you need to learn commands, you need to interact with command through commands. In the sense, it's bit difficult to you people. Yes, no. So guys, I'm not saying it's unhackable. We can compare to Windows a little bit tough. That's it. Got it, guys? This is one point. Second point, we'll have .exe files in Windows, guys. Do you know about .exe files? For example, if you try to downloading the VLC media player from internet, if you observe that VLC media, it having .exe extension. Those .exe files, it will be affected by virus very easily. We are going to get the virus with the help of .exe files. Right, guys? Then how we need to protect the operating system from virus? We need to install antivirus application. That's it now. Okay. We need to install antivirus application. Okay. Right, guys? Firewall and antivirus is a different, guys. Firewall, it will protect from unauthorized traffic. Antivirus, it is protecting from virus. For example, one bad doctor will have. So he's a bad guy. So he's trying to spreading the disease. I hope you got it now. What is firewall and what is antivirus? Firewall, it will protect from the doctor. So he's not going to allow that particular doctor into our environment. So usually this doctor, what he's going to do, one bad doctor, maybe like, so commercial doctors will have, right? Some people's, right? So they are going to spread the virus. We need to protect ourselves with the help of antivirus. Simple, man. Coronavirus will have. How you're going to protect from corona? With the help of vaccines. Yes, no. So we need to use vaccine. Vaccine means that is antivirus dose. Right? I hope you got it, right? Who's that guy? Monica. Clear? Right. So we need to depend on antivirus application. Are you going to get this antivirus application for free of cost, guys? No. We need to purchase. Okay, our government, they're providing for us free of cost the doses. Okay, but here it's not free. We need to purchase, right? So got it, guys. We'll have Norton, McAfee, like this antivirus applications will have. We need to purchase from those vendors. Usually people, they're charging 1,500 to 2,000 rupees for one user. If you want to can check into the market, then you can able to understand how much cash they're charging. Right? So 1,500 to 2,000 for one user. Coming to real time, we need to purchase per server, per client license. It's very expensive. I hope you got it, guys. So here we need to depend on third-party antivirus application. That too, it's not a free of cost. Again, we need to purchase. Yes, no. Coming to Linux, we have .rpm files, guys. .rpm. Red Hat. Where is this Red Hat? Oh, right. Red Hat. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Am I audible online? Red Hat RPM, Red Hat Package Manager or Management, whatever if you want to can say. So RPM stands for Red Hat Package Manager, or you can say Red Hat Package Management, right? This .rpm file, it won't affected by virus, guys. Remember, it got designed like that. I hope you're clear, guys, right? .rpm files, it won't affected by virus. No need to bother about third-party antivirus applications here. Totally Linux file system is a different, guys. Linux file system, it won't support for Windows. Windows file system, it won't support for Linux. Means you are unable to open the Linux files into Windows operating system. You're unable to open the Windows files into Linux operating system, remember. Right? Here, no need to bother about antivirus application. So which one is a preferable, guys? Always Linux. It's a secure than Windows, right? Coming to cost, always if you try to starting an organization, we need to purchase per server, per client licenses. Guys, coming to Windows, it's a very expensive. For one client license, people, they will charge more than $200 like that, right? And coming to Linux, free, and few peoples, guys, not all are free. Few people, they will charge subscription fees like $40, not exact. Compared to Windows, it's a very cheaper. Compared to Windows, it's a very secure. Then which one is we are going to prefer? Always Linux. Because of that reason, most of the people, they're migrating from Windows to Linux nowadays. I hope you got it, guys. For example, free operating systems, CentOS and RHEL, Red Hat Enterprises Linux, right? Coming to Linux, again, we'll have two families in Linux, Red Hat family and Debian family. Red Hat family and Debian family, right? Red Hat Enterprises Linux, okay? And CentOS, Rocky Linux, Rocky Bhai, right? So Rocky Linux and Fedora, those all, it will be coming under Red Hat family. Coming to Debian family, Debian, Ubuntu, Kali Linux, those all, it will be coming under Debian family. Right, guys? I hope you're clear. So why this is free? Why we need to pay subscription fees for RHEL? Both are same, CentOS and RHEL. Actually, they stopped the like updates for CentOS, guys, from 2022 onwards. Because everybody in real time, also people, they're using CentOS. It's a free, right? Usually the CentOS for testing purpose, but people, they're using in production environment. So because of that reason, they're going to lose their business, right? So they stopped the updates for CentOS. Alternate option they provided for Rocky Linux. Rocky Linux. Both are same, guys. Installation, look wise, everything is same. Just name different. That's it. What kind of commands we are discussing here? Same commands you can execute into CentOS and Rocky Linux also. You can go, right? So I hope you got it, guys. You got it, guys? Yes, no. Right. So CentOS is a free. RHEL, it's not a free. Actually, this is also free. but they're not going to provide the support for us in CentOS. Maybe you are deployed the CentOS into production environment. Suddenly you got a operating system performance issue. Then to whom you're going to ask? I hope you got it, guys. If you're having the strong administrator, then we can. Then, but RHEL, it's not like this. They will provide the support for us. That is the difference between CentOS and RHEL. Not all are free, guys. So few operating systems we need to purchase. We need to get the license. License means subscription. So if you're having subscription, they will provide the support for us. Maybe you need to install Ansible, you need to install Dockers. They will provide the support to us to get the Dockers and Ansible and those all stuff. So I hope you got it, right? Good. Next, last point, guys, only 2 minutes I'll take and then I'll wind up and then we'll continue tomorrow, right? So last, only 2 minutes, last point. And this is closed source. This is closed source and it's a open source. What is the difference between closed source and open source, guys? So closed source means we are unable to read the source code. We are unable to get the source code from Microsoft. They won't review the source code. If they're reviewing the source code, they're going to lose their business. That's it now. With the help of that source code, so maybe few people they can able to create the one more Windows operating system. So because of that reason, they won't allow the source code. They're not going to provide the source code, right? Coming to open source means most of the people they're saying free. Guys, it's not a proper answer. Remember, open source in the sense we are going to say free. I don't know who's teaching to you peoples. Open source means we can able to see the source code. We can able to get the source code of operating system. That is called open source. But this source code we are getting for free of cost. Got it? Clear? If you want, you can download this source code from internet for free of cost. No need to pay anything. For example, we are trying to starting one organization, guys. According to our organization requirement, we need one unique operating system. So what we are going to do, we are going to develop our operating system according to our requirement, right? So how you are going to develop this operating system? You need to write the code from scratch, from starting onwards. How much time it will take? It will take long time, maybe 2 years, 3 years, maybe, right? Instead of writing the code from scratch, what we are going to do, we are going to download the source code from internet. We are going to modify the source code according to our requirement. We are going to release the one more operating system. I hope you got it exactly what is open source. Right, guys? So like that, as of now, in Linux, 800 and plus flavors will have. 800 and plus flavors will have as of now. CentOS, Kali Linux, Fedora, RHEL. So different SUSE Linux, different flavors will have. 800 and plus flavors will have in Linux nowadays. Because according to their requirement, they introduced to us few flavors. I hope you got it, guys, right? Then you need to get one doubt. Sir, Windows people are commercial people. Why they're providing the source code for us for free of cost? How they're providing, how they're organizing their organization. You need to get like this doubts, right? Yes, no? Huh? How, guys? Huh? How, guys? So how, like you, like me, if you settle into our life per month, if you're getting 5 to 6 lakhs per month, not per annum, you are into manager position, you doesn't have the job satisfaction because you are into manager position, you doesn't have any work. Like these people, they are going to join into this organization. They are going to provide the support for free of cost. For future generation peoples, we are going to give the support. If you like provide the source code, not only this source code guide, Even like Apache Tomcat and those all stuff for free of cost only. This free organization, peoples, this is a non-profitable organization. Got it now? How they're providing the softwares and how they're providing the source code for us. For future generation, maybe you're like introduced to an operating system, it having few bugs into that operating system. So we need to fix the bugs. Maybe future generation people, they can able to fix the bugs using the source code. Got it? We are not donating the money, so we are donating our knowledge, right? Who's that guy? Ahmed, Afzal Ahmed, right? So that's all for today, guys. I hope you're clear. So if you're having any doubts, please ask me tomorrow. Don't worry, because we doesn't have much time. Again, I need to take one more class, right? So thank you. Yeah, welcome. Who's that guy? Deepti Rekha. Okay. So thank you, Deepti Rekha, right? So thank you, guys. Usually I won't take this much of time. So today maybe like it got like exceed more than 5:30, 5:40 now. We'll continue tomorrow. Guys, don't miss tomorrow. We are going to discuss about types of operating system and as well as Unix architecture. After completing the Unix architecture, we are going to start installation. Okay, how to create the virtual machine, what is virtualization, everything we are going to discuss tomorrow. Right? So, okay, guys, see you tomorrow. So, bye, Tata, Monica, bye. Right. See you guys. Yes. No. VPN, it will be covered under AWS, right?